Not only did we blow out the Jets, we got to see Tua? What is up, Finn fans? 24-0, blowing the Jets out of the water. But before we jump into all the juicy things, my hands are going to light on fire. The juicy things that happened in this game, I got to shout out some new patrons. We got Ethan with an $8 Patreon. We got Valen with an $8 Patreon. We got Xavier, I hope I said your name right, $8 Patreon. And LBJ, another $8 Patreons, which means I added 4 new mods to my live stream. Thank you guys so much for joining the Patreon. If you guys do want to, it is linked below, but don't feel like you need to. Got a bunch of videos over there you guys could check out. I do special videos over there, this, that, and the other thing. Let's jump into this game. The Miami Dolphins beat the New York Jets 24-0. And to put the cherry on top of that delicious Sunday, see what I did there? The Miami Dolphins are now in second place in the AFC East because the Patriots lost to the Denver Broncos. The Buffalo Bills tomorrow at 5 o'clock are facing the Chiefs. And if they lose to the Chiefs, the Dolphins are 1 game out of first place. I almost said 500 because the Dolphins are now 500 for the first time in Brian Flores' coaching career. The Dolphins are 500. Going into a bye, we can take a deep breath, relax, root hard against the Buffalo Bills, root hard against the New England Patriots, and take first place without even doing anything. Hallelujah, like me now. But let's talk about this game. Miami Dolphins came out, did their thing like a chicken wing. Let's do what I normally do. Let's talk stats. We're going to talk about the away team. Joe Flacco, he came in 21 for 44, 186 yards, 1 interception. Ooh, that interception. Xavier Howard. We'll get to that. Frank Gore, 11 carries for 46 yards. The man's a beast. Been playing since the football was created, and he's still churning out huge plays. We have Ty Johnson, 3 carries for 46 yards, and LaMichael Perrin, I think that's how you say his name, 7 carries for 27 yards. Brashad Perriman came on towards the third quarter, started making more catches, started doing his thing, 4 receptions, 62 yards. Jamison Crowder, 7 catches for 48 yards. Frank Gore, 4 catches for 24 yards. Then we have the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins were a tale of 2 halves. Ryan Fitzpatrick, 18 for 27, 191, 3 touchdowns, and unfortunately 2 interceptions. Do you see that name under him? Do you see that name? Tua Tagovailoa, 2 for 2, 9 yards. I'm excited. I apologize for the excitement. Myles Gaskin, 18 carries for 91 yards. 9 yards from 100. But Matt Breida, 6 carries for 15 yards. Ryan Fitzpatrick, 1 for 4. So we did have a 100-yard rushing team today, but Myles Gaskin did not get 100 yards. Adam Shaheen, 3 catches for 51 yards. Jakeem Grant, 4 catches for 48 yards. Devontae Parker did come out of the game with a groin injury. Good thing there's a bye because there was a ton of injuries with him, with Gruger Hill, with Raekwon Davis, and with Andrew Van Ginkel. Hopefully all 4 can come back from their injuries, being that we're going into a bye. Myles Gaskin, 4 catches, 35 yards. Preston Williams, 2 for 18, a touchdown. Durham Smythe also had a touchdown on this game. But let's talk about the game, right? I said tale of 2 halves, right? It really was a tale of 2 halves. The first half, the Miami Dolphins dominant on all sides of the field. 21 points, scoring touchdowns, throwing touchdowns to Preston Williams, 2 tight ends, just marching down the field, doing whatever we wanted to do. The defense was just stopping people left and right. Get the ball back with a minute left before halftime. We start marching down the field. And I'm like, wow, the Dolphins are going to go 28, worst case, 24-0 into half. And Fitz throws an interception. You could tell he was just like, whatever, let's just rocket this in. And didn't see the guy and throws this stupid, costly interception. And had a tragic moment, I guess you can call it, or just a stupid moment of throwing that interception. But I will say this. There was some play calling in the first half that was suspect to me. Even some play calling in the third quarter that was a little suspect to me, because that's when all of a sudden, like I said, this game was a tale of two halves. The defense throughout the whole game, completely dominant. Absolutely 100% dominant. Completely dominant throughout the whole game, this Dolphin defense. That interception from Xavier Howard was a thing of beauty. He snatched that out of the air and just... Xavier Howard, I think he's now leading the NFL in interceptions. If I'm not correct, he might be second in interceptions in the NFL. He just needed to get acclimated. He was out for most of training camp with his injuries. He just needs to get acclimated. He needs to get back in the groove, baby. He needs to stay healthy, get back in the groove, and continue to play the way he's playing. Absolutely love the way Xavier Howard played today. I absolutely love the way the defense played today, consistently getting sacks one after the other. Christian Wilkins had a huge sack. He also had a batted ball down at the line of scrimmage. Emmanuel Ogbah, I think he had 2 sacks. He also had one that was for 26 yards because Joe Flacco kept running backwards. Loved it. There were some things that I didn't like. Like I said, the second tale of two halves. Dolphins only scored 3 points in the second half. They scored 21 unanswered in the first half. They scored 3 unanswered in the second half. That had a lot to do with the inept ability of the Jets offense. But there were some plays like the interception in the red zone. What are you doing there? Throwing the ball 3 times in a row. After the Xavier Howard interception, we had the ball like on their 30, 34, and they throw the ball. There was a penalty and then there was a sack, but they threw the ball 3 times instead of running the ball when Myles Gaskin is getting, at that point, I think he was getting like 8 yards a carry. I didn't understand that because in that situation, worst case, you get a touchdown. Worst case, you get an extra point, 3 points. I didn't understand where that was. Like, why is he calling that? They did go back to the running a little bit more, and then, we couldn't convert. This is what I'm talking about, tale of two halves. The Miami Dolphins could not convert a third down all game. At one point, neither the Jets or the Dolphins can convert a third down all game. And it was the first time in 30 years that neither team can convert a third down. Then at some point, the Jets started converting a third down, and the Dolphins still could not convert a third down. Dolphins get the ball back with like 2 minutes and like 30 seconds left, and out comes Tua Tagovailoa. Hands the ball off. He gets the ball on his own like 7-yard line. It's like really put the kid in great position to do something. Hands the ball off, gets nothing. Then he rolls out into his own end zone. And I'm seeing this, and I'm like, oh, yeah, he's a lefty. Like, I completely forgot he's a lefty quarterback because he's rolling out to his left, and I'm like, he's going to have to set his feet and then throw the ball, but he just darted it to Patrick Laird. It was only for a 1-yard pass, so it was nothing to go, woohoo! It was the next play that made me go, this kid... I like this kid. Yeah, it was one pass, and I'm not going to get my hopes. I'm not going to predict his entire career off of one pass, and I'm not going to... but let me just do what I want to do real quick. He drops back, completely surrounded, right? The offensive line gives him a little bubble, but he had defenders on him, and he throws a dart to Jakeem Grant for the first down to end the game. The first down of the game came on the arm of Tua Tagovailoa to Jakeem Grant. Tua. And it was just like, come on, man. Then they just handed the ball off a few more times, ended the game. But it's like, loved it. And then you had I'll go back a little bit because I just want to talk about Tua real quick. Then you go back. Fitz through that deep pass to Preston Williams. Should have been PI. Jets guy was all over him, and then he was all over the Jets guy, and then the Jets defender like caught the interception, and it was just ridiculous. Shouldn't have done that ball. That's what I'm saying. It was like a tale of two halves. It was a tale of two Fitzes. First half of Fitz was Fitz magic. He was making plays. He was throwing touchdowns, doing his thing. And then the second half of Fitz, it was like a combination of play calling. He was getting frustrated. You could see that Fitz was getting frustrated, whether it was the receivers weren't running their routes quick enough or the plays weren't developing quick enough. The pass blocking wasn't there quick. Something was frustrating him. But I will say this. There was something really funny that happened where he was trying to get the defense to jump off sides. I think it was like 4th and 2. He's trying to get them to jump off sides because it was a 3rd and 1 and they hand the ball off and they got blown up and it was a tackle for a loss of 1. So he's trying to call the defense off sides, and then he realizes there was like 15 seconds. So he had a good amount of time to try to get the defense to jump off sides, but he realized with like 3 seconds left that he's not getting them to jump off sides. So now he's saying "hut" as loud as he can, but he's smiling and he's laughing. And yeah, Fitz does these things like the interception in the red zone and the interception to the deep pass to Preston Williams that you're just like, come on, man. It's just smart football play there. You just don't do that. And, you know, we won 24-0. It's a blowout. I'm ecstatic. But, like, there's little things that need to get fixed because if we weren't playing the Jets, I don't know how the score would be. But there's things like that you're just like, come on, man, do better. But then there's things like that where he's like laughing that you cannot not like Fitz. Regardless if you want Tua to play, regardless if you think it's time for Tua, if you hate Fitz, you know he never went to the playoffs, won a playoff game, has never put back-to-back good games together. Whatever you want to say about Fitz tragic, you got to like the guy. He's just a fun guy to see. But Miami Dolphins, 24-0 dominant win on defense. Like I said, offense dominant in the first half, disappeared in the second half, but absolutely dominant win. We are now 3-3, second place in the division. It's a thing of beauty. And we started the season 0-2. A lot of people were like, we suck. We couldn't do this. We can't do that. Our defense couldn't do this or that. And hey, I'm not even going to be like, you guys doubted us. I was like, what's going on with this defense? We put so much money and time into this defense. What is going on? But sometimes you just got to take a step back. Realize they needed some time to develop. Yeah, they played the 49ers, they played the Jaguars, and they played the Jets, 3 teams that are bad right now. You take advantage of playing those bad games, and you play harder, you learn, and you play harder against these good games that we're going to be going up against. Cardinals is going to be a hard game. The Chiefs are going to be a hard game. The Raiders are going to be a hard game. Even the Chargers, the Rams, those are going to be hard-fought games, but those are winnable games for this Dolphin team. So 3-3, second place in the division. Who would have thought? Week 6, after week 6, the Miami Dolphins second place in the division. Look at last year at week 6. We were 0-6. We still didn't win a game. So I'm happy. 24-0. Dolphins win going into the bye, second place in the division. Next weekend, we sit back, watch the games, watch and just root against the Bills and the Patriots so we can get closer to getting into first place. Be sure to comment below. Let me know what you guys think of this game. What were your ups? What were your downs? What were your goods, your bads? What do you guys think of Tua? Do you think I'm being ridiculous that I literally overanalyzed 2 passes? I know I overanalyzed 2 passes, but be sure to comment below. I'm very interested in what you guys have to say about this game. What do you guys think about the Dolphins now in second place? Be sure to comment below, but that's the video. I'm going to be over on New York Jets Talk 24/7 tomorrow, 8 p.m. Probably going to hang out with him for about a half hour or so. He's going to live stream and we're going to talk more about this game. He's probably going to ask me about Tua. I'm going to ask him about Gase. I don't think Gase is getting fired. So, but be sure to come over, check that out. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I wasn't on Twitter for this game because I could watch it being that I live in New Jersey, but I do go on Twitter a lot for games I can't watch, so be sure to come check me out on Twitter and Instagram. Also, Fanatics Network, very, very cool YouTube channel, and we are working on the site that should be out soon, so be sure to go over to youtube.com/Fanatics Network and hit that subscribe button. You like what you see. Also, Fan to Fan Network. Be sure to check them out. They got the Twitch stream. They got the website, fantofannetwork.com. I am the Miami Dolphins ambassador, so be sure to go over check that out. Other than that, I will see you guys probably either tomorrow or Tuesday, most likely Tuesday. I'll probably do a deeper dive into this Dolphins-Jets game. Let me know if you like those deeper dive videos, and yeah. But other than that, big win by the Dolphins, 24-0, second place in the division. Like usual, stay classy. Fins up.